You're welcome to another edition of Across the Niger Delta on ADBN Television. This is the weekend edition of Niger Delta Today. On the program, we bring you understanding of the heart and soul of Nigeria's most dynamic region, bringing you stories that matter. I am Avero Swagene Ebo, your host for today. Just stay with us as we shed more light on the efforts to shape a sustainable and prosperous future in the Niger Delta region. Welcome to the program.
On this edition, Akwa Ibom Governor Pastor Umoino endorses demolition of structures on waterways to check flooding. Cross River State Government partners State Teaching Hospital for improved health insurance scheme. Delta State Government approves upward review for contracts amid soaring costs. Edo State Governor Mr. Obaseki ensures timely June salary pensions payments ahead of Salah festivities. In sports, Super Eagles coach Finidi George resigns position following team's poor performance. On the special feature this Sunday, we play host to a father and pillar in the Bayelsa State music scene and indeed the Niger Delta, Chief Teams.
And those are some of the headlines we're tracking for you on the program today. Let's begin by telling you that the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Umoino, has given full backing to the Uyo City Capital Development Authority, UUCDA, to demolish all illegal structures obstructing natural waterways. The governor made this known while addressing a cross-session of government officials and other leaders during the June edition of Government House Monthly Prayer Service held at the Latter House Chapel in the Government House, Uyo. Governor Eno noted that the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, had earlier listed Akwa Ibom as one of the flood-prone states in the year's prediction, hence the need for proactive measures to avert any flooding disaster. He emphasized that rather than allow few buildings to cause flooding that could submerge an entire community or area, the state government will not hesitate to pull down structures illegally built on waterways. He therefore directed the leadership of UCCDA to proceed with the demolition of such buildings in the state capital to avoid any incident of flooding. Speaking on one of the projects per local government initiative, the Akwa Ibom governor appealed to stakeholders to show interest in development plans in their various areas as the initiative enters the second phase across the 31 local government areas of the state. He further noted that while his government is committed to doing more in the state, stakeholders must be more involved, especially in ensuring that the projects are executed for the overall interest of Akwa Ibom people. Beyond infrastructure development, Governor Eno said the idea behind the one project per local government initiative was to create jobs and empower the youth, expressing the belief that the few youths saddled with the contracts should do well to enhance other youths in the course of executing the project, and thereby expand the scope of youth development and empowerment. He also maintained that while government has given free hand to the benefiting areas to choose projects and locations, stakeholders should equally ensure unity of purpose, collaboration, and spread across different wards and units. Commenting on the theme for the prayer service, From Glory to Glory, drawn from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18, Governor Umoino agreed that despite the enormous challenges, more work still needs to be done if the state must move to another level of glory after the first anniversary celebrations. On this year's Father's Day celebration, June 16th, world all over, Governor Eno celebrates fathers for providing leadership first in the families and by extension, providing stability in the larger society. He also prayed for more grace upon the fathers in carrying out their unique roles. The service had the chairman of Conference of Akwa Ibom Church, Reverend Ekpedeme Efang, deliver a sermon on the theme From Glory to Glory, as intercessory prayers were also offered for peace, unity, and prosperity in the states. Away from that, a high court sitting in Uyo has sentenced a native doctor, Judge Andrew, also known as Sunday Akpan, to death by hanging for kidnapping of Chief Israel Efefiong Utit and Pastor Basi Utit. The native doctor from Ikono local government area of the state conspired with others currently at large to commit the crime on November 29, 2015 at Ikamba Street in Uyo. He held the victims at his shrine in Ikot Inua, Ikono, while demanding a ransom of 50 million naira. Andrew was tried alongside Ibe Francis Emeka on a 6-count charge of conspiracy, kidnapping and armed robbery, for which Andrew was found guilty. However, the court acquitted Emeka due to the prosecution's failure to prove the charges against him. Emeka, who hails from Abia State, stated he was invited to Uyo by a friend named Papa and taken to a drinking spot at Nkemba Street, where Ukeme Emos, alias Bishop, the kidnapping gang leader, and Jude Ehemekwa, alias Method, who is on trial for another kidnap case in Uyo, met with him. In a 1-hour judgment, Justice Gabriel Ete described Emeka as an innocent man and a victim of circumstances, as he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. The judge noted that Emeka was held captive along with the other victims and that his movements were restricted, indicating he was not a part of the kidnap. Justice Ete also highlighted that Emeka initiated the escape plan, corroborated by the victims in their statements, noting that if he were a kidnapper, he would have fled before the arrival of the DSS. The judge also noted that Emeka had also received threatening text messages from Papa for aiding the escape, which he showed to DSS officers. And still from Akwa Ibom State, British independent energy company Savannah Energy PLC has focused around delivering of projects that matter, launching environmental awareness clubs, EAC, in 20 public schools in Akwa Ibom State. The program aims to instill environmental consciousness in students, as well as inspire career choices and career awareness. The Environmental Awareness Club is a part of the broader Savannah Energy Education and Internship Program, SCEAT, being executed in partnership with the Inoyo Toro Foundation, a non-profit education foundation based in Akwa Ibom State. The program will include a variety of educational and practical activities, such as career day events for club members, tree planting and environmental awareness walks, radio programs to discuss climate change, pipeline protection and safety, hydrocarbon issues, the Akwa Ibom State government's Arise agenda, as well as quiz competitions. The club's activities will begin in June and culminate in August with a presentation of cash prizes to winners of the quiz competition. Head of Stakeholder Relations and Regional Manager, Nigeria Savannah Energy, Nkoyo Etuk, stated that education is a vital component of Savannah's sustainability strategy, with a primary goal to promote socio-economic prosperity in countries of its operation. British energy companies seek to enhance understanding of environmental issues and solutions and inspire future leaders. Moving now to Cross River State, Cross River State Governor Senator Basi Otu has announced that the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, UCTH, will play a pivotal role in the state's revamped health insurance scheme by serving as the primary provider of tertiary referral services. Governor Otu made the announcement during a recent meeting in Calabar with the UCTH management team, led by Chief Medical Director Professor Ikpeme, when he paid him a courtesy call. He allotted of continued partnerships to sustain the foundation the state government was building on, as well as explore collaboration opportunities to ensure residents in the state have access to healthcare without financial burdens. He affirmed the commitment of the state government strengthening health insurance scheme to ensure UCTH is effectively utilized for providing tertiary referral services to benefit both Cross Riverians and residents. In a statement by the Governor's Chief Press Secretary, Nsa Gil, Governor Otu emphasized his administration's effort to bolster primary healthcare centers, PHCs, and secondary health facilities to address basic health needs, while the UCTH manages referrals and complex cases. The Cross River Governor praised the proactive leadership of the PEME-led UCTH management, highlighting the institution's reliable emergency response and resilience despite the brain drain affecting the country as critical health personnel seek opportunities abroad. Expressing hope that UCTH enhanced service delivery will reduce medical tourism in the future, Governor Otu, the bravery and skill of the health institution was brought to fore as if he believes that it will lead to significant breakthroughs in healthcare deliveries. He therefore reaffirmed his commitment to a mutually beneficial partnership between the government and UCTH and urged the team to prioritize local content in recruitment and other areas of the health institution. Earlier, UCTH Chief Medical Director Professor Ikpeme congratulated the Cross River Governor on his impactful first year in office, noting that the administration's positive effects have been felt by the masses over the past year. In Rivers State, the Rivers State University Nkpolu Orowuku, Port Harcourt, has suspended 4 students involved in brutalizing their colleague, Victor Tobbins. The institution announced that the 4 students, who are also officials of the man of war, are suspended for 1 academic session. In a statement issued Saturday morning by the university's acting registrar, Mrs. IBS Harry, it was stated that the actions of the local security outfit members violated the institution's regulations. According to the statement, parents and the general public were notified that the management of the Rivers State University, Nkpolu Orowuku, Port Harcourt, and at its meeting on Friday, approved the suspension of the following students: Monsi Barida Kaka, Unwanle Babi, Department of Mechanical Engineering; Victor Chibuike Daniel, Department of Animal Science; Ezems Ikechukwu Goodluck, Department of Electrical Engineering; and Wilson Jacob Ri Ugani, Department of Marine Engineering. The Institution of Higher Learning maintained that the actions of these 4 students were found to be contrary to its regulations, and as such, their suspension for 1 academic session was duly approved. The management therefore urged students to live peacefully with one another, as the incident had sparked a protest by the students, which later escalated, disrupting a meeting between the management, the student union government, and the security outfits. Moving now to Delta State, the Delta State government has approved the upward review of contracts for several ongoing projects across the state. Commissioner for Information in the state, Dr. Ifeanyi Usuoza, announced this following a State Executive Council ESCO meeting chaired by the state governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori in Asaba, the state capital. Dr. Usuoza explained that the reviews were necessitated by fluctuations in unit rates and the need for additional work to be done across the state. He highlighted specific projects affected by those changes to include the construction of drainage channels from Owa Alero to Iyama Stream in Ika Northeast local government area of the state, which required a change of scope and additional work. The ESCO also approved increased funding for road construction in Efrum and Ekma in Uwie local government area, and for the construction of Stadium Road, Uborodu in Warri Southwest local government area due to rising cost of materials and equipment. Other projects receiving upward review include the construction of Phase 1 and 2 of Jeremiah Street and surrounding roads in Okpanam, Oshimini North local government area, and the dualization of Ugeli Asaba Road in various sectors. The ESCO also sanctioned the rehabilitation of asphalt overlay of roads in Okwe local government area and approved the appointment of 3 traditional rulers, Obi Charles Ikechukwu Abiagum as the Obi of Ubulubu Kingdom, Elder John Arimoro Alika Iber as the Okparuku of Udumusa, and Edward Isama Ufwezem as the Okparuku of Obikwele. Meanwhile, Commissioner for Works, Highways and Urban Roads, Comrade Ruben Izeze, revealed that the state saved over 6 billion naira on the Ugeli Asaba dualization project due to the Governor Oborewori's bargaining efforts. He also assured residents that the administration would maintain high standards while ensuring value for money in project execution. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll bring you more on Across the Niger Delta. Don't go away.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop.
Are you a young adult with a passion for storytelling and content creation? Do you reside in the Niger Delta and desire to become a filmmaker or content creator?
Then you should register for the ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop, an exciting opportunity brought to you by ADBN TV. Embark on a journey to unlock your creative potential by learning the art of filmmaking, sound design, and lighting using your smartphone. This is your chance to turn your ideas into reality. So hurry now and register via our website at www.adbntv.com. But wait, that's not all. Your creations will be aired on ADBN TV, channel 258 on DSTV, 140 on StarTimes, Avo TV app, Limex World TV app, and Niger TV app, reaching audiences far and wide. And guess what? 3 lucky winners will be selected for the grand cash prize of 5 million naira.
Meet our facilitators.
Register now at www.adbntv.com and take the first step towards a future in filmmaking and content creation. ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop. Unleash your creativity.
Okay, moving now to Edo State. The Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has paid June's salaries and pensions to workers and pensioners in Edo State ahead of the Salah celebration. This fulfills a promise he made during the commissioning of the Edo State Secretariat Complex in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Commissioner for Communications and Orientation in the state, Chris Nehihare, stated that Governor Godwin Obaseki had paid June's salaries and pensions, aligning with the government's practice of meeting salary obligations before the 26th of each month. He added that it was to ensure that Muslim brothers and sisters in the state enjoy a good Salah celebration. He also reassured that the government remains committed to prioritizing the welfare of workers and pensioners, noting that the comprehensive reforms in the state public and civil service have made Edo the most attractive public employer in Nigeria. He added that the civil and public servants in Edo State will continue to receive their salaries promptly, even after increasing the state's minimum wage from 40,000 naira to 70,000, the highest in the country currently. He also promised that the Edo State government will continue to prioritize workers' welfare, ensuring they are well empowered and supported to deliver optimal and quality services to the people of the state. Speaking of Salah celebration, we will now be joined by the Chairman League of Imams in Akwa Ibom State, Imam Sadiq Abubakar, to give us a feel of the Salah celebration in Eket and other parts of the state. Imam, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, madam.
Welcome to the program. Happy Eid al-Kabir, sir.
All right, nice to be here.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Sir, how is the celebration going there in Eket?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty. The celebration is going well. We just came back from mosque, where we observed the first segment of the celebration. You know, this is Eid al-Kabir. Al-Adha, as we call it, that is the Eid of Eid, as it's known. And then when we say Eid al-Adha, the Eid of sacrifice, that is the celebration where Muslims are to sacrifice an animal that they can afford within the beast of cattle. That is either camel, cows, rams, and then goats. These are the only animals approved by the Islamic religion for Muslims to sacrifice during this festival. So we came back, and after the 2 unit prayers that we conducted with the congregation, we also slaughtered the rams. Just slaughtered 9, not quite long, so it's still under procession. They are preparing it so that we can begin to share to people, the friends, neighbors, relatives, and everybody around that can join us in the celebration,
including non-Muslims.
Yes, everybody. Because Islamically it was recommended that we should divide into 3. One category we eat with our family. Then second category we give out as a charity to the poor that beg and poor that doesn't even beg. Then the third category as a gift. So if you look at it, the second category is for poor people that are seriously in need. But the third category can give to everyone, irrespective of his status in life, whether rich or poor. But being friends, you can give it as a gift. So that's how Islam says we should divide the into 3.
Okay. Now you have told us the significance of the Eid al-Kabir celebration. Does it feel any different celebrating Eid al-Kabir in Akwa Ibom State?
I can say that Akwa Ibom State is a very peaceful state, and it's a state where the environment has made actually enabling for the Muslims to celebrate it. So actually I'm not spotting any big difference between celebrating here in Akwa Ibom and celebrating over there in the north. The only difference, if any, is the population of people that are coming out for the celebration. But all that need to be done, we are doing it here. There is no any restriction. We went to the Eid ground. Usually the Eid celebration or Eid prayer itself, Islamically, it's supposed to be observed in an open space, not inside the mosque. So it's better to observe it in an open space, not inside a building. So we have that here. We don't have any restriction like in Ekes. We were given a primary school very close to our central mosque. The local government chairman approved it. We can go there and have our activities. We had it during the last Salah after Ramadan fasting, and we intend to do that, but due to the weather, we have to now say, okay, let's conduct it inside the mosque. So the environment is very free. The only difference is when you come out, you won't see a lot of people celebrating in the streets, along the roads you are passing, unlike the north or west. Now, if you go out, the environment, you'll see everywhere a sign of celebration. Especially this one, just you see houses in front of houses, people are slaughtering rams. So everywhere like that, in the north and in the southwest. But here, because actually we are the minority, we only do the slaughtering in the mosque, and very few of us that are available, of course.
But I really want to assure you, Imam Abubakar, that despite you're the minority here in Akwa Ibom, like you put it, we truly celebrate Eid al-Kabir with you, and that's why you're on the program, to let you know that as Muslim faithfuls, your Christian brothers are also a part of the celebration with you, and we do wish you a fruitful celebration. So do not take it to heart, do not bother on the population, like you put it, but we are also part of the celebration. So Eid al-Kabir being a festivity of peace, how does the celebration foster peace and unity among Muslims and people of other religions?
Yeah, so before I go into that, I also want to acknowledge the fact that, and also use this medium to extend my appreciation to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umoino, for his kindness and the love he has been showing to us, and especially for this Salah, where he invited us yesterday and give us rounds, cows, and even rice to go and celebrate.
Wow.
A sign that he is celebrating with us. So I just want to reiterate the point that almost everybody around here is celebrating with us. As I said earlier, Akwa is a very peaceful environment. Even in mosque, there are some Christians that attend the celebration. We eat together because we have what we call a walima. Walima is to eat food immediately after the Eid, before the ram is ready. So we cooked rice and in a large quantity, of course. And I'm telling you, the rice that was given to us by His Excellency Pastor Omo is what we used, what we cooked this morning, and everybody has eaten, including Muslims and non-Muslims. So that is how the celebration used to go. We thank God for that, and we really appreciate His Excellency. I will continue to pray for him that God will continue to protect and guide him so that he can deliver the dividends of democracy to the citizens of Akwa Ibom State. We are very grateful on behalf of the entire Muslims of the state. We are appreciating His Excellency. So coming back to the reflection of the celebration towards a peaceful coexistence in our society, actually in a time like that where we are encouraged to give out to even a Muslim and Muslim, that clearly shows you that one of the things that bring love is giving. We have a common saying in Arabic that says, that our hearts were designed in such a way it is always tilted towards somebody who does something good to it. So naturally, the way God created us, anybody that is nice and good to you will love such a person. So, and one of the articles of love is giving. If you give somebody today, you give a person tomorrow, definitely such a person will love you. So that is why, just on a lighter, even your wife, if you want her to love you much, you need to give. So definitely a celebration of giving will bring love among the people that are living together. So we are going to enjoy a peaceful coexistence irrespective of our faith and our different tribal affiliation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the fact that you reaffirmed the fact that there is no love without giving. And the state governor has, on behalf of every good Akwa Ibomite, demonstrated the love he has for the Muslim community by giving. And you have also extended that giving to non-Muslims in your community. We do appreciate you. But before I let you go back to the Eid el-Kabir celebration, sir, as the Chairman League of Imams in Akwa Ibom State, what is your message to Muslim faithfuls and non-Muslims alike during this Eid el-Kabir?
Okay, yes. Actually, my major message to the Muslims in particular is this celebration reflects a lot of things. We call it a sacrifice. So a sacrifice means you have to sacrifice something very, very important. Briefly, I can say that this celebration of sacrifice has a history. It was Prophet Abraham, our great-grandfather, that started it. He was asked to sacrifice his son, the only son then that he has. Based on the Islamic history, Ishmael was his son. He was asked to sacrifice him in a day like this. That is the same similar day, which is in Islamic month is 10th of Zulhijjah. That's the day. In a day like this, he was asked to sacrifice his son. When he surrendered to that instruction by God the Almighty about to sacrifice the son, then God replaced that his son with a ram and said, "Oh, I salute you, Abraham. You accepted my instruction and you are ready to abide by it. I just want to test you and see how obedient are you to me." That's God the Almighty talking to Abraham.
Okay.
And now he was replaced by a ram. So what does that mean? That means you should be able to sacrifice sacrifice everything you have for God the Almighty. Because God Almighty is our creator, and we are living on this earth because God created us and created us for a purpose. And the purpose, the main purpose or rationale behind Him creating us is for us to worship Him. So therefore we can sacrifice everything we have for God the Almighty. That is a great lesson that I want Muslims to learn. So there is nothing that worth you not sacrificing for the sake of God. So whatever they said for God's sake, do this as a Muslim. You have to abide by that, and you have to do it in relation of the eve of sacrifice. And to our Christian neighbors and friends, I also want to thank them, especially our Christian colleagues here and neighbors in Akwa Ibom. I want to thank them for the love and friendship they have been showing to us, and also providing us a peaceful atmosphere to celebrate our festival, even though we are the minority here, but we have seen the love, we have seen the cooperation we are having from both the leadership and even citizens of the state. So I'm saying a very big thank you, and I will also call on them to keep to that, and we are also going to keep to that. And I also call on them to, most of our people here are people that are conducting business. So they are the one, the citizens of the Akwa Ibom, they are the one patronizing them. So we call on that mutual understanding that is between us and the citizen. Let it continue, and let's try and keep it on.
Thank you very much, Imam Abubakar. We appreciate your time. We'll be letting you go back to the celebration, but with a little reminder that my share of the rice, ram, goats, and cows from His Excellency be kept intact.
As I said earlier, it's already waiting for you.
Okay, so, no problem. Thank you very much, sir.
Make yourself available. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of the celebration. So happy Eid al-Kabir once again. Thank you so
very much, and happy Salah to every Muslim that is hearing me, and even the non-Muslims that are with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We do appreciate you.
Do have a lovely day.
You too, sir. And still in the mood of celebration, today we gather to celebrate fathers across the world, recognizing their remarkable love, strength, and wisdom they bring into our lives. Fathers are the bedrock of families, teaching valuable lessons, sharing in our joys, and guiding family members through every challenge. From the dad who reads bedtime stories to the father who works tirelessly to provide, each one plays a unique and irreplaceable role in the lives of their family members. To every father out there, we say thank you. Thank you for your sacrifices, your unwavering support, and the endless love you give. Today, we honor you and express our deepest gratitude. Our fathers, our mentors, our protectors, and our heroes. May you feel cherished and celebrated, not just today, but every day of your life. Happy Father's Day to fathers everywhere, especially those in the Niger Delta region. So if you're a father, today is for you, and we truly celebrate you. Let's move on to other stories across the Niger Delta. The member representing Oredo Federal Constituency at the National Assembly, Engineer Esosa Iyawe, has empowered no fewer than 30 persons with minibuses, emphasizing the importance of improving the welfare of the downtrodden in society. During the presentation of the minibuses to the beneficiaries, he stated that his primary goals are to advocate for and empower his constituents. The lawmaker highlighted that the empowerment of these 30 individuals is just the beginning of the positive changes he plans for his constituency. Engineer Iyawe also assured the people of his ongoing commitment to initiatives that enhance the lives of Nigerians, stressing that active participation in the National Assembly is crucial for the country's progress. He mentioned that the vehicle distribution marked his first year in office, aimed at supporting the most impoverished through the provision of a means of livelihood. Expressing gratitude to the lawmaker, beneficiaries noted the positive impact of Iyawe's motions and suggestions in the National Assembly and prayed for his continued success. And moving to the world of sports, Port Harcourt-born former Super Eagles striker Finidi George has resigned as coach of the Super Eagles after just 2 games, neither of which resulted in a win. His resignation comes in the wake of a 2-1 loss to Benin Republic on match day 4 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, leaving the Super Eagles winless in 4 games. Former Eagles media officer Toyin Ibitoye confirmed the coach's departure on his X account yesterday. Finidi George, aged 53, was appointed coach of the Super Eagles in May following the departure of Portuguese coach Jose Peseiro after the 2023 African Cup of Nations. You would recall that Coach George had previously managed the team on an interim basis for international friendlies against Ghana and Mali in March. With Nigeria's qualification hopes in jeopardy, NFF President Ibrahim Gassar has pledged that the Federation will take all necessary steps to ensure the Super Eagles qualify for the 2026 World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico. The revelation followed a closed-door meeting with the Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, where Gassar stated that the NFF is working closely with the Sports Ministry and other stakeholders to develop a winning strategy for the team. And we'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you our special feature for this fine Sunday. Don't go away.
1 hour of your daily dose of news from around the world. Whether it's a diplomatic breakthrough, a humanitarian crisis, or a scientific discovery, Global Digest gives you a deeper understanding of the world around you. Join me, Alma Marcus. Let's stay ahead of the curve with conversations that are shaping our planet at 11 a.m. on DSTV, channel 258, and on Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit make mouth heavy to talk am. That's now why people dey talk.
You know wetin dey worry you, but you no go fit take help yourself.
If you are not a judge, you are not a judge.
Make we talk good where we dey see good, and where we know say we no dey see good, make we also dey talk am.
No woman, no mother deserve to know the grave of his child.
The bank manager, the bank executive, they are the one the government should first face.
People They Talk, the show on Monday to Friday by 5 p.m. on top ADBN TV.
ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop.
Are you a young adult with a passion for storytelling and content creation? Do you reside in the Niger Delta and desire to become a filmmaker or content creator?
Then you should register for the ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop, an exciting opportunity brought to you by ADBN TV. Embark on a journey to unlock your creative potential by learning the art of filmmaking, sound design, and lighting using your smartphone. This is your chance to turn your ideas into reality. So hurry now and register via our website at www.adbntv.com. But wait, that's not all. Your creations will be aired on ADBN TV, channel 258 on DSTV, 140 on Star Times, Avo TV app, Limex World TV app, and Niger TV app, reaching audiences far and wide. And guess what? 3 lucky winners will be selected for the grand cash prize of 5 million naira.
Meet our facilitators.
Register now at www.adbntv.com and take the first step towards a future in filmmaking and content creation. ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop. Unleash your creativity.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
Chief teams and all teams founders one yeah. Caro, Philo, yeah. Caro, yeah. Philo, oh na. Caro, they make me sing in songs. Caro, they make me speak in tongues. Caro, they make me think in love. Ashifi make me do James Bond. Caro, they make me sing in songs. Caro, they make me speak in tongues. Caro, they make me think in love. Ashifi make me do James Bond. Run a matter, I go find Shaolin. Nah, her back, now they play violin. The way she walk, oh, she's a be the thing. And she bounce like a German machine. When she show, I be feeling.
All right, welcome back to Across the Niger Delta. That musical break, the song was coming from a record producer, singer, rapper, songwriter, entrepreneur, and sometimes a politician, in the person of Bolu Sherry Timipre Samuel, also known as Chief Tims. He's a Bayelsa born from Egbemo and Galabiri in Ekeremo local government area of Bayelsa State. Good afternoon to you, Chief Tims. How are you today? Happy Sunday. Are you with me? Hello? Chief Tims, good afternoon. Oh, we seem to be having technical issues. Okay, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you. I'm very surprised. Yes,
Welcome.
I can hear you, but my network coverage is quite bad. So
oh, that's quite sad. Welcome to Across the Niger Delta. Okay, so if you can hear me, Chief Tims, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so can you tell us what inspired you to becoming a musical artist? And how did you develop this unique sound that we hear you produce?
Okay, first of all, it's a pleasure to be on air with you guys. And also, happy Father's Day to every father out there. And also,
thank you.
Like I just shout out to my Muslim brothers. Yeah, that being said, I think
maybe if you were stationed, if you can still hear me, Chief Tims, if you were stationary, you're not moving, I think we could have this conversation better. But while we wait for you to hook up, this is someone that has been into music for quite some time. And for those of you who have been following the trend of music, especially from Bayelsa State, you must have heard about some people who died while producing music. Hello, Chief Tims, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Like
I
said, I'm very, very sorry. The network is crazy around here.
Oh, but, so sorry about that. So sorry about that. So as you were saying, what inspired you into music and how do you develop your unique sound?
Okay, I think music is something that is a part of you. Once music chooses you, you can't choose music. You can't even leave music. So I'm one of the lucky ones to be blessed by God with the creativity and the talent of making music. And I fell in love with music while growing up. I listened to Nas, I listened to our cultural Ijo music, and I listened to a lot of Westlife and some great artists. ABBA, I did old school. I listened to Prince Nico, a lot of artists. So gradually the music just started talking to me, and later on, I find myself writing lyrics, and I started creating, I started producing, and by the grace of God, I'm here now, and I'm making I'm translating and conveying my soul sound and my ideology and my thoughts through sound to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people like what I'm doing. So I think that's how I got myself making music and how I started creating my sound.
Okay, thank you very much for letting us into your private life. But how has it been obvious that you were close to some of the fellows, the musical artists that died during the tragic event in Bayelsa State? We heard that you're very close to about 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
7.
7 of them
7.
In one night.
Yes. In one night.
So how has it been for you?
Station.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, Sims, how has it been for you and the music industry in Bayelsa State?
First of all, I want to assure everyone that what happened was so unfortunate at all levels. And I think Nigeria happened to them.
Okay.
I think that's the first thing I must say, because the creative process is something that requires some services that are being produced by the state, like, for example, electricity.
Okay.
Music production and music creation is built seriously around electricity. Now, because of the unavailability or the epileptic state of light and power in Bayelsa State, it made most of us resort to using gasoline generators to, render our services and also, create music. Now, on the very night this thing happened, what we learned was we had a session with 6 artists. Late Brakuba Ruben, who is also known as Slim Kells, a sound engineer and a recording engineer, a mixing engineer, had 6 other talents, vibrant talents, in the studio for a session.
Okay.
Now, because of the theft and other insecurity issues, they couldn't keep the generator outside the studio to work. So they had a generator in their veranda, but now the veranda was closed with publicity materials like banners and the rest. So there was no ventilation out of that place. So while the generator was on in that space, the fumes were actually getting into the studio, and the unfortunate event occurred. Now, it's very unfortunate. It's a shock to our very young but developing entertainment space, where we have not started receiving major or reasonable value for our craft and our talent, regardless of how talented we are. And most of us, this is our niche. Most persons, that's their niche. Most persons are actually feeding themselves and also taking care of their families. For the late Yentown mayor, he was the breadwinner of his family.
Oh my God.
He was an orphan. He has 3 siblings in the university. He has already paid one out of school. And he also has a daughter and a fiance who just underwent a surgery before this unfortunate event occurred. So a lot of persons have to work overtime. What we are receiving is meager from the craft, and we'll still have to, put a lot of resources that we have taken into the factors of production, which in this case, we have generator and gasoline that are very expensive to afford and to use. And he became a victim of the system. So it's a very sad one, because these are talents. These are people that are a universe of their own. And Brakuba, which is a Yentown mayor, has used his craft to help a lot of persons. He complements the craft of so many persons by mixing their songs. When they come with the created songs, produced and the rest, there's a process called mixing and mastering that he was quite known for. Now he's dead. The people he inspired through his music and through his craft can no longer access him, and whatever possibility that was ahead of him and the others have now been cut short. So for we, it's a very, very sad one. And for me, someone who learned from someone I taught, Yentown mayor was someone who learned from someone I taught how to produce and how to mix and master. For me, it's even a very painful one, because in the craft I've lost a son, a grandson, and in actuality I've lost a colleague. So we are mourning. We've committed him to Mother Earth, but then it still makes us sit down to ponder and to still think of how well we can go about achieving our dreams. Because for one thing, most of us, it goes beyond just money. It's something that will give us fulfillment. That's why we still find ourselves doing the music. We can't leave music. You get me? So it's a painful one, but we can just wish. We pray for Nigeria as a whole, for the leaders to get it right. I know that it's not only a burden on just the leaders, because this is a systematic problem that has evolved over years from little how would I say, wrong steps, wrong agendas, politicking, bad politicking, and several other elements that have come to this totality of this decade we are now seeing in a country that has so much potential as Nigeria, but yet we are living far beyond our expectation. And everybody is a victim of this. So for me, I'm praying for the leaders. I'm praying for everybody in Nigeria. Let it be that God enables us, and we should also enable ourselves to get it right, so that people and a lot of thrive and being cut short.
Thank you very much. Now, being a strong hand in the musical system in Bayelsa State, I know definitely there will be music plans to help facilitate or expedite the healing processes of the family. But what are the other forms of support that you guys plan to give to the families of the deceased artists, just to make it easier and lighter?
Okay, first of all, we as individuals and as some stakeholders, both in the entertainment scene and outside the entertainment scene, we've made contributions that we've used in enabling the family to commit him to Mother Earth. Then we've also made contributions that have been used to also set up a trust fund account for the daughter for her education. Then something was sent across to his fiancée, and I think
what about the others?
The information I got yesterday, I'll be there for yesterday. Some resources were also made available to his other siblings that are in the university. But it's a process. We are actually bringing this to the to the notice of the government, and letters have been dropped to the government. And right now
you're speaking about just one person, the one you call your grandson. You're speaking about one person. What about the other 6 persons? Has anything been put in place for their support?
Yes, the other 6 persons. Sadly, the other 6 persons are not people that are residents here in Bayelsa, as much as we know. So when we try to track them, they are students here. So when we try to track them, we have not even gotten a hold on them or their families. And you can understand that the families are also grieving. So to get through to them also poses a kind of difficulty for us. That is why we are talking about more of the one that is most familiar with us. You know, entertainment is a very big, very big space. We have, like, for me, I also work with people that are outside Nigeria. People send me files from different places. Some persons will just travel down, work with me in Bayelsa State, and travel back. So you can understand. So that's why we are talking about the one we know and what we have been able to do for him. So at that level, we've sent letters to the government, and we are very sure and we are hopeful that the government will also extend a helping hand. But then someone has also taken up the daughter on a scholarship to university level.
That's very nice.
Also, there are other contributions coming in from stakeholders, both politicians and also businessmen, and just well-meaning Bayelsans and the rest. So I think some progress have been made, but then we'll pray God just.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chief Tims, for telling us how the music space has been with the loss of 6 young talents in Bayelsa State. And we know that more talents will spring up because there are really so many in the region. We thank you for the support you're giving to the families. We thank you for how you're using your music to console the families and to bring succor to everyone that was associated with these 7 people. And with that, I think we've come to the end of today's edition of Across the Niger Delta. We still want to say Happy Eid al-Kabir to the Muslim brothers, and Happy Father's Day to the fathers in the Niger Delta and all of them across the world. We say join us same time tomorrow for another episode of the program on ADBN Television. So we'll come your way again. I remain Ade Ruswagene Ebo. Bye for now.
It's your main Chief Things. They say as a man think head in his heart, so it is. So I'm thinking out loud, you dig? I'm on my CEO moves, CEO suits. CEO money, see my CEO shoes. I'm on the CEO cruise, up on the CEO groove. Turning verses in the money, there's a CEO's booth. CEO moves, the kind of life I choose. Fly with fly, bitch, yeah, I'm giving you the clue. The CEO moves, see it's all up in the news. Making money, money's what the CEOs do. See, I don't stress my phone speaking, so I let the money talk. I don't stress my legs creeping, so I let the money work. If that money brings power, I swear I want it all. Let you leave, let you die, I swear it's on a call. So with the words with the superpowers, looking sleek, stand tallest in the room like the Eiffel Tower. The life I leave can be real for cowards. You gotta be a piece of prey or become the prey and get devoured. Paid my dues, now I'm so empowered. I go to remain in clubs, paid in casket, make the money shower. The pretty girls know me as a dada. The real power is making noise, reach there for me, they get the flower. Never go below the 6 zeros. Well respected in the hood, see you talking to the real pharaoh. I'm pulling up, see you better clear room. As expected, I reflect the money when I'm looking at the mirror. CEO moves, CEO suits, CEO money, see my CEO shoes. I'm on the CEO cruise, up on the CEO.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit